Hello there. Welcome to episode 6 of a vlog, I think. It's nice to see you. Good morning and welcome to day number 14. Yeah, I'm out here on the treadmill getting things kicked off a little later than normal, which seems to be some of a theme of my life these days. I did stay up kind of late last night, really stinking late. I was recording stuff out here in the garage. Drell was working. Avery was away. Yeah, so I stayed up way too late. I recorded and played with videos and edited videos and then edited a vlog and then got stuck in that whole rabbit hole, really, of just doing stuff. And then I looked and it was like 11:45 and I was like, oh crap, I need to go to bed. I literally just got up a few minutes ago, well, half an hour ago. It's 7:39. But I'm still after it. I'm still getting it. I stayed up till maybe 2 or 3 in the morning last night. I think it was like 1:30 or 2. I fell asleep for an hour. I got up around 3, stayed up for 20, 30 minutes, went back to sleep, which is pretty normal for me. But yeah, not good. I think my watch said like 4.5 hours of sleep, non-restorative. Kind of always never great. But I'm going to still do this. And I already did some inversion right over here on the inversion table thing. And I might even go walk around the neighborhood. I don't know if this thing will let me show you because I've got it on follow me mode. If you do, ooh, there we go, not that button. You know that I'm using the DJI, what's it called? 2? Hold on, I'm pressing the buttons, trying to figure out how to make that work. There we go, see if you can see it. There you go. I might go out there. And walk around instead of working out right here on my old treadmill. I don't know, I might go walk around. Whew, I gotta take off this jacket because now I'm starting to heat up. But welcome to a new episode, and welcome to day 13. Yeah, nice to see you. So I'm having flashbacks as I sit down to have a chat with you about the last time I did this, where I failed miserably and forgot to turn on the microphone, and I'm looking at it, and I've got sound. We've got sound. This isn't like the worst mess up ever, I guess. But I wanted to take a few minutes on this day 14, I think. Yeah, I never know. I always do this in post because I just can't keep track of it all. I think it's day 14. It's Monday. It's a creative day. I've been catching up with some client email type of stuff. Part of my business is I've got to send in some proposals and quotes and stuff, like information, just business stuff. But as you probably know, if you've been around here for more than an episode or two, Mondays are my dedicated creative day. They're days where, other than some emails and catch up and just business stuff that has to get done, I don't do much of any of this stuff other than vlogging, because we're on this 100-day vlog adventure together and I have to vlog every single day, or it's not 100 days of vlogging. I don't really do any technical stuff. I don't make videos. I don't create much of anything unless it's just some thumbnail stuff here or there when I'm uploading videos. I don't take still images. I don't do any of that stuff because Monday is dedicated. It's the void dedicated to just coming up with ideas. I never did this before, and I suffered because of it. I was always trying to like force ideas out. Yeah, I'm thinking like a cat with a hairball, just like trying to like force ideas out. And without that space, it never happened. I mean, it happened a lot still, but it was really, really painful. Like way more painful, I think, than it has to be. And I think the ideas suffered. I would have ideas in the middle of the night and wake up and have to go and write, and it was just a mess. Having this dedicated creative day has helped me an absolute ton. I would encourage you to try it if you're doing stuff like this or anything where you have to put a lot of time into ideation or just coming up with premises to things. And not just that, I use Monday to actually form and shape those ideas, to start to wrestle with them in here, to yank them out of here and pour them into here. I put them into my notebook. I put them into here, and I sketch stuff out and I doodle stuff out. And this is just my loose notes. There's scripts in here. There's just stuff where I take my ink pen and I just do that. And that's what I wanted to share a little bit with you, is what this looks like. I really appreciate using the notebook. There's sticky notes in here. There's just something about putting pen to paper that I really enjoy. Sitting at the desk, turning on some tunes, or maybe a mindless YouTube video. If it's something I'm too into, it doesn't work. It's got to be just some background noise. And I tend to start with lists. I'll start with lists of ideas. I think of these in the car. I think of these on the treadmill. I think of these in the shower a bunch. I think of these just throughout the course of my day, when I'm on walks, when I'm in the gym, when I'm hanging upside down on the inversion table, when I'm doing all this other stuff. I come up with these ideas and I will jot them down, just the quick idea. So like this says pencil whip. This says SP body armor. That was the safety professional body armor video that I created. The coaching collar, just coaching collar. Wacky wavy. We did a wacky wavy inflatable arm dude video a while back. And they start there. And they go on to what I call the to make list. Like, these are ideas to make. Part of this too is I have the to post list, because I don't use scheduling or anything like that. I just post them as I feel like posting them. Without too much of a schedule. I told you about that already. But from here, then it moves into, I'm trying to find one that looks kind of beefy, because some of these aren't very long. I'll write out the quick idea, some quick lines, some initial thoughts on that. And yeah, there's just a bunch of these in here. Now, this is what's happening on Mondays for me. Now, what I just did and what I wanted to share with you is, from there, I will tend to sometimes run and gun and make them straight out of this. Sometimes they don't even make it to this point. I just run and gun and sketch, improv it just right here, wherever I need to do it. I just do it. But about half the time, I end up doing something like this on Mondays. Now, this looks all formal and business. It's not. My ink pen's about to fall out of my hand, because I need this right now. I use this constantly in this. I take this, and I distill it into this. Yeah, okay, so you with me? This to this. This is what I just call my creative sheet for the week. I'm making podcasts every week. I'm making several videos every week, anywhere from 2 to 5 videos every single week. I'm writing posts every single week. I'm taking still images every single week. All of this stuff goes into this creative sheet. It's inspo for still images. It's descriptions of still images that I want to take. It's bullet points for the podcast. I don't script my podcast. I just do bullet points. So there's bullet points for my next episode of the podcast in here. There are loose scripts for the videos that I'm going to produce this week. So I'm doing the Safety Man Starter Pack commercial. I've got my cast of characters that I list here, so I know who I need to pull off the rack, and I have notes about any props that I need. Then it just goes into this loose script where it just keeps me on track. I will jot stuff in between this as I'm thinking more about it today, as I continue on this idea day. But this is just guidelines. It's just loose. It helps me keep it all in order. It helps me cut from scene to scene to scene a bit more smoothly. It helps me keep the clips in order. It helps me to not go in and start to edit and go, crap, I've got to go back out, pull all that stuff back out, and shoot this 2-second thing for this to make any bit of sense. So I don't read these verbatim. I use them kind of as just the loose guardrails to keep me on track. I'm doing Safety Man Starter Pack commercial this week. I'm doing one that I'm calling the acronym meeting, and it's as acronymy as it sounds. And there's another one. I don't want to bore you while thumbing through papers. This feels very, very business, doesn't it? And I'm doing designing motivational safety posters, which are more demotivational safety posters. And then plus the pod. And then typically coming out of this day, I will add 5 to 6 to 8 of those one-liner ideas to make ideas on that thing. And I'll come up with 3 or 4 of these ideas plus a podcast plus some ideas for still images. just from sitting down and actually starting to distill that down into a little bit more structured something. The reason why I do this, in addition to what I just said about not having to come back and just like randomly reset stuff up and shoot stuff because I lost track of it in my head, which is really easy to do, it just makes the process super easy. No one wants to put a bunch of time into the planning side of this. Me either. I kind of hate sitting down and doing the logistic part of all this. But as with most things, the more thought that I end up putting into this and that notebook that I'm not going to get because it's sitting on top of my feet right now, the easier, the faster videos get produced, the better they look, the better they feel, the less choppy that they are. And even if I take all that out and just say the ease factor, it just makes it way easier. I know what I need. I know who I need to pull off the costume rack. I know where I'm going to do it at. I know what I want it to look like. And then when I go sit down behind the computer in Premiere Pro, I've got the roadmap. Like I know what's in there, and I can quickly begin to pull those things together. This took my game from making maybe one video a week up to easily making 3. And some days, some weeks, easily making 5 or maybe more. Mine are short. They're not these big, long things. But to have a creative day, a writing day-ish, catch-up day, writing creative day on Monday, then pretty much only shoot dedicated on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then to only edit on Thursday, to then only work half a day on Friday. And then this is just the content creation side of what I do, which is 10% of what my business is about, really and truly. To then do all of my other business and have plenty of time to do all of that stuff without working 24/7, this makes it easy. So I wanted to put a little bit more structure around that for you as to what my Mondays look like. I start going throughout the week as I observe life and have funny ideas pop into my mind. I don't let them die or float off there. I put them down on the to make list. From the to make list, I then expand behind that in my notebook into loose jotted out doodles and scripts and ideas, just expanding on that one little bleh video idea. And then at some point on Mondays, once I get done in the notebook phase of this, it turns into my creative sheet for the week. And this is the stuff that I go make. This is at least the plan. Sometimes I make all of these plus 3 more. Sometimes I make one of these. Sometimes I throw this down and just run and gun and make what I felt like making because it feels funnier, it feels better, whatever. But that's the process. So, happy Monday. I'm going to go finish this up, and then I'm going to install a gate. I'm putting a gate in my backyard. Yeah, thanks for being here. We'll continue the vlog for a couple days. I don't know. As I always tell you, I have no clue what I'm putting next. So let's just go to it and see. You ready? 3, 2. Woo! Hello. Welcome to whatever day it is. I never remember. It'll get inserted here somewhere. I'm recording a whole bunch of stuff today. It's freaking busy today. It's Tuesday. And it's freaking busy. Like a lot of meetings. And I'm trying to squeeze in making like 3 or 4 videos today. Because I got a bunch of stuff that I wrote out yesterday. Yay, creative days. And I got meetings. And I got editing. And I got life stuff. I'm going to go donate some blood. I'm going to go do some blood donation today. So I'm on a bit of a time crunch with that as well. I've got a hard stop. And yeah, I've been out in garage / studio / mostly garage / junk storage space recording some stuff. Let's see. I'll see if I can show you kind of what it looks like out right there right now. I've been playing with some like overhead softbox stuff because I bought this really cheap. Oh no, I'm going to blur out and it's going to get weird because I got the lights off in here. Because these lights, you'll notice it in a lot of my other videos where I set the camera up like in front of the treadmill and stuff, and I don't really put up lights. These LED ceiling lights that work great don't work so great on with the camera, and I don't want to adjust like frame rate and stuff to get the little wavies out of there. I just roll with it. But this is kind of what I've got cooking back here right now. A little bit of a scene. That's my really cheap boom arm that I just bought. It's got power tools in the little sandbag bag right now to weight it down because I didn't feel like putting any sand in it yet. It's the first time I'm using it, so I just grabbed some power tools. Yeah, power tools out of the... There is a grinder and a drill and a couple things in there. Sorry if it's dark. I'm just not in the light. And I'm kind of using my Mustang and everything here as kind of a bit of a production table here while I'm doing everything that I've got going on. And yeah, there we go. This is kind of what it's looking like right now. Overhead. Hair light, which has died. Oh no, my hair light has died. I'm going to have to recharge that. Hopefully it didn't die mid-shot, which I'm sure it did. So that's going to bug me forever until the end of time. But yeah, welcome to whatever day it is. I'm going to go back in here and do my thing, and then we'll see what happens. Well, I've got to tell you that it's been one of those run around, hair on fire kind of days. It sure has been. I've just had a lot of normal work stuff to do today, and I pumped out 2 videos, which came out super duper clean looking, by the way. Been playing with color grading and different lighting things, and they come out looking really good. I'm super proud of those, but it has been stressful. It's just a time crunch kind of day, and man, that just happens. Yeah, I mean, it just happens. It was one of those days where I'm constantly running around going, yeah, just because I was running. I had really good sleep last night, which, ding, good sleep. But I slept in a little bit longer than what I wanted to, which then compressed some of the end of my day, which is usually not too big of a deal because I come out here and I can do my treadmill stuff, my morning ritual stuff that I've shared with you, but I haven't shown you in a minute. I'll maybe put some of that in over the next couple days because I'm still doing that, focusing on that real heavily. But that takes like an hour, sometimes 2, in my mornings to feel like a normal, productive human being before I get to go be a normal, productive human being. So that's just a long way of me saying that it took me a while to get started this morning, which, again, is usually not too big of a deal. But I had a hard stop today because I went and I did this. Maybe you can see it. Oh, there we go. I went and I donated blood. Y'all, yeah, you need to be doing that. I'm going back and doing plasma and platelets and whole blood again pretty soon. I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm probably going to go to the gym here in a little bit too. Shame. But it made today really eek. Because I got a late start and I had to be done by like 3:30. But it was productive. 2 videos. A whole bunch of freaking meetings. It's like meetings to schedule stuff. Yeah, so I do a bunch of those where I hang out with clients and potential clients and schedule time to go do what I do with them in person. So there was a whole bunch of that. Plus catching up and just emails and texts and all the stuff that come along with business. And then doing videos in between. And everything else. I told you yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It's running together at this point. It's been one of those days. I've got a bit of a migraine. That I was going to put in a gate, and I started on that, and I'm not done with that yet. I've got I got my post set and my gate halfway assembled. So hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, just maybe, I'll be using this little DJI Pocket Mini 2 something to show you my completed gate. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, I didn't really have time to stop and bring you along on too many adventures today just because it's been nonstop. But we're doing this thing. Yeah, we're doing this thing. I'm vlogging every single day. And whether that's for 5 minutes, I'm getting attacked by a fly here. Sorry, quick cut there. I totally lost track of what I was talking about because I had to defend myself from that attacking fly. It's been kind of warm here, so the bugs are back out with the vengeance. And I had the garage door open, breaking down some light stuff, letting the cool air in. The downside to that is it's getting pretty warm here in Arizona right now. And the scorpions are a scorpion-ing. They are a-crawling. The creepies are a-crawling. And flies are the least of my... Go away, bro. Jesus. Still after him. But what I was trying to say, to wrap this thing up with, God, I've got to clean this car. Back to Arizona problems. You wash it, and then it's just covered in like an inch of dust. Yeah. But whether I'm vlogging for a minute out of the day, hopefully more, or a good chunk during the day, as long as I'm doing it every single day, it counts as a day. Yeah. And that's my goal, 100 days, every single day, bringing you on as many of the adventures, the ups, the downs, the frustrating days. And really, today's not frustrating. It's just migraine day. It's just like so much to do. If I had an extra hour, if I had one more arm, it doesn't even have to have all the fingers, just like an arm with some extra fingers on it, I could probably get done what I needed to get done today. But the positive side to that is that I got pretty much all of it done. And I've got a whole bunch more on my plate to do tomorrow and the day after and the day after. And that is life. Yeah, all philosophical. So, yep. Again, don't know what's going to happen next. I have no clue when I'm going to have time to bring the camera out again. But whatever it is, it will be right here. I am a really bad boy this week. I am a really, really bad vlogger this week. I'm just randomly popping in here and crutching on this little DJI pocket camera instead of setting up a bunch of shots. But I've been busy. I've not had time. I've been shooting other stuff. And I just jump on here and chat with you just when I see it. And I'm like, ooh, I need to do something. But as we said, 100 days of vlogging just means vlogging every day for 100 days. It doesn't have to be all day of every day. I think if I get 5 minutes in, that's pretty successful, which I think is what happened yesterday, something like that. But it's been busy. I've been busy with business stuff, doing all kinds of paperwork and all the stuff that comes along with being a contractor to organizations and actually getting paid, which is helpful, doing all that stuff. And then I've been doing a bunch of legal stuff because we're working up sponsorship agreements with some cool vendors out there, which is kind of neat. People that want to sponsor like podcast stuff and people that want to sponsor like some social media stuff, and all that's cool and all. I've been torn on that for a really long time, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know, maybe it's like the anti-establishment punk person in me that's like, sell out. But it's not. It really is not. I mean, I put a lot of thought into that. And I'm never going to see completely eye to eye with anybody, much less a sponsor. We're always going to be a bit different in our mission and our beliefs. But if we align on like the key value things, that's the main thing. And through these sponsor things, agreements, legal stuff, what's cool about that is it helps us to grow our platform, and it helps me to grow this bit of understanding around things that I'm passionate about, like human and organizational performance. And most importantly of all, I mean, just from my perspective, for me, the win for me in all this, and I think it's a win for all of us, if you like the stuff that we're putting out, is it helps me make more of it. It helps me like get cool stuff for the camera so we get better at that, to keep the microphones running, to keep the computers running. It helps me make more content. It helps me make more podcasts. It keeps that machine rolling. So that's pretty cool. I think that's neat. I don't know how that's going to play out over time. I don't know. I can't see the future, unfortunately. I don't know if we're going to have 1 or 2 or 12 of those over time. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it's a cool thing. So this week has been super busy. Busy, business. But I've got some content in. I've shot a couple cool videos, some sweet videos that I'm super proud of the quality of. It's getting there now. It's kind of cool to see some of that stuff come together. Now I'm just learning how to repeat it. I think it's the hard part. Like, I can get lucky. I get more good than lucky right now, but I still get lucky a lot. And I want it to be all good, not luck, with the quality of the videos. Today I'm going to go out and shoot some green screen stuff, which I'm notoriously bad at. And some of that has to do, I think, with my crappy green screen setup. But there you go. I don't know. It works. But yeah, that's kind of what I've had going on this week. That's why I've just kind of been popping in and saying, hey, it's a new day. Hey, it's a new day. Hey, it's a new day. Just like today. Hey, it's another day. At some point, before the end of this episode, I'll drop you something sweet in here, something cool. I don't know what it'll be, but when I see this little camera laying around, it's just been my go-to for this week because it has been hair on fire running around. So I've got a lot more to do today. I want to get out in the garage and actually make some cool stuff instead of just sitting here doing forms and paperwork and signing crap. So I'm going to get out here and go do that because I still have to go get Avery, our daughter, today from school. So I've got a few hours to make some cool stuff. And then I want to skedaddle and get to the gym and do all those kind of cool things. Everything's going good with like diet and exercise and all that stuff with the AI-generated diet. Been feeling good with it. Definitely feeling good with it. Over the past few days, I've pretty much stuck to it. A little snackles here and there, but it's a very, very, very calorie controlled diet. So I've gotten a little hungry. I stayed up a little late, but I've gotten a bunch of steps. Like yesterday was like 16,000 steps. Day before yesterday was like 11 or 12,000 steps. Day before that was like 14,000 steps. So I'm getting that average up. Pretty cool. Pretty stinking cool. And doing all the other stuff. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the energy. Like I'm feeling this. This is nice. Feeling pretty good. So catch up with you in a minute. Come here, man. My best buddy. Come here, don't squeal. I know. Oh, she needs a haircut. Look at this thing. I told you I'd come back and talk to you. Look at this thing. She needs a haircut. When she gets a haircut, she looks like a totally not the same dog, like at all. She's the best, man. She's my work buddy. She hangs out with me all day. She lays under the desk, huh? You lay in there because it's got a nice soft carpet, huh? Big old weird rugs. I like rugs everywhere in the office. Yeah, you like it, huh? Well, we meet out here in the stinky, dingy garage/studio space. Again, and it's not stinky. It's just hot. Every time you catch me out here, I'm like this. I'm like, whew. Burning up, y'all. And I think it's just because I lug around all these lights and set all this stuff up. But we're just having a fun impromptu photo shoot night. Me and Avery, she'll probably be out here in just a second. Sorry, I keep checking the monitor because I don't know what any of this light looks like. I just set this stuff up. Hopefully it's starting to look kind of cool. I've got a hair light back there, but I don't think I've got it set quite good enough. I don't know. You tell me. Light over here. I've been playing with this overhead light stuff quite a bit too. So there's an overhead light, and then there's this bit of background light that's back there that's doing that. And so me and Avery are going to do photo shoot stuff, aren't we? Come here, maybe you can say hi. I've got it set really high so they might not be able to see it. There we go. We're going to do cool stuff. Don't knock it down. Don't knock it down.
Here you go.
We're going to take some cool photos. And
it does look cool in the camera.
Yeah, and then that's going to be that. I'm actually going to take this off here and use my Sony a6400 for the photos. I don't remember what lens. Yeah, I don't remember what lens I put on there. The only reason being is some of the reason why we were doing this is because I wanted to play with the G95. I've not taken any still images on the G95 since I got it a few weeks ago. But we're taking pictures of ourselves. I'll probably take some of Avery with this one here in a bit.
Yeah.
But I downloaded the app, and then it made me download another app to download the app to connect the camera to then, and I got frustrated, so I'm just going to use the other camera. Yeah, so I don't know. Panasonic, what's up with that? Like an app that takes you to an app that takes you to another app? I don't know. I'll figure that out when I've got a bit more time.
Update. I glued my nail back on.
Yeah, she lost a nail today. Her Valentine's Day nails. She's doing Valentine's Day.
That.
Yeah, not the one that you lost one though. But yeah, and then she's been playing with the DJI Mini. She's going to shoot some footage maybe here in a little bit too. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, I've been a really bad vlogger this week because I've been kind of scattered. But this is a nice little fun thing that me and Avery are going to do. And me and her are working on a super duper secret project that I can't tell you too much about, other than the fact that it's going to be horror, haunting, something that is not my normal content. I don't.
Main character.
And Avery's going to be a character in it, the main character in it. But that's all we can tell you. I think when it's done, it's going to be written and directed by Avery Goodman. That's kind of what it's going to look like, because she's going to really come up with the ideas, and I'm going to try my best just to shoot it and maybe brainstorm a little bit.
He's the cameraman. I'm the one who wrote it, made it, and the main character.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. You'll see that at some point. I don't know when. We might do that this weekend. Oh, I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
So I was just explaining is that even when it's cold out here, when you start lugging all these lights around and running back and forth, you start to break a sweat. So, okay, yeah. We're going to go have fun. Bye.
Would you say this was an octopus?
Say bye. That's an octopus. Yeah, there's an octopus in there somewhere. Okay, say bye.
Bye.
Ooh. I don't even know how this looks right now, if I'm being completely honest with you, because I was recording earlier, and I just kind of left this stuff half set up because I'm planning on recording a bit tomorrow, and then it hit me when I was going to get Avery from school earlier today that I have not vlogged today. I almost blew the 100 days of vlogging, however many days in that we are. I think we've got a pretty good run going though. But I went to pick up Avery. I kicked back in the seat of the car, and I started to doze off a little bit as I was waiting for her to come and knock on the window and be like, let's go, I'm ready to go home. And I kind of had one of those terror moments where I've been so freaking busy over the past little bit. that I pretty much forgot today. And you probably got that sense so far through this episode, as it's just been mostly random cuts of me over to the little handy cam going, hey, this is all I've got for you today. Sorry, it's a day, it counts. Yeah, so it's been a while. And it also hit me in the car. I tried to record it with my phone. I got a new phone, and it's got a lot more buttons on it. And I was trying to lay back in the seat and do one of these, and then my arm started going numb. So then I moved forward, and I set it on the steering wheel, and I kept hitting the side buttons and turning it off. So I said, screw this. I'll do it when I get home. I got so busy that I left the camera just sitting in here in the garage, which I normally don't do. Arizona dusty kind of problems. But the lights, as I said, are already set up. So then it just kind of dawned on me, I just need to go out and do it. A lot of those kind of dawn on me moments as I was having my bit of a panic that I forgot to record stuff today. The other one is that another 7 days has passed if my maths is good in my head. And I didn't do a 7-day recap. And not that I have to, I guess. I told you during the first one that I don't know if I was going to do that or not. But I feel the need to do it. And here we are. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Sorry for my mess. I was setting up an office scene earlier, and I've got power tools and Sharpies and picture frames and flashing lights. And I don't know, maybe if this thing turns on, maybe I can do... Ooh, power on.
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode. Hello, welcome to a vlog, I think. Day something where this person that does vlogs forgets how to vlog. Yeah, almost fails their 100-day challenge. But yeah, confession booth time.
Power off.
Power off. Confession booth time. The past 7 days have been really intense. And maybe intense is the wrong word. Hectic is the right word. They've been really, really, really hectic. I've been running around like crazy. I have had about 400 meetings, it feels like. And really, that's probably like 25 meetings or something in the past 7 days. But that's a lot. That's a lot of meetings. So I've been busy with busy business stuff. And that's good. That's a good problem to have. I've been working on a lot of new client stuff. I've been working on a lot of existing client stuff, planning work, preparing for a bunch of travel this year, all kinds of workshops and gigs here and there and everywhere. That's the brunt of what I do. A lot of meetings there as well around sponsorship stuff, as funky as that sound. I think I mentioned that to you maybe already in one of those kind of handy cam impromptu things. Everything's run together this week. I told you at the beginning of this, it's going to be the nasty, the gnarly, the good, the bad, the awesome, the ups, downs. And this isn't so much of a down as it's just I'm scatterbrained. Scatterbrained. It's just been one of those weeks. It's one of those kind of weeks these past 7 days where I haven't felt productive. As I'm kind of sitting here thinking back on it and reflecting on it, I've actually got a crap ton done. Ooh, look at my fancy water bottles. This is not a prop. I bought like a 12-pack of these on Amazon. We're always looking for handy reusable water bottles. And I don't know, these things are dirt cheap, but this makes me feel like money. This makes me feel wealthy. Drive around in your car, maybe not the best idea. Airbags go off. This seems like a really bad projectile. But yeah, I like these. Hold on, one more. Hydrate. This is your reminder. Hydrate. I've had about 40 meetings this week, and all those are business meetings. Now, all those are meetings that are going to bring new work into the business. All those are meetings that are going to help us bring sponsors into the business. All those are meetings with collaborators that are going to help us work together to take this message of human and organizational performance and all the stuff that I do in my business world, this passion that I have of changing our work worlds for the better. It's going to help us do that. It's going to help us put more of a positive dent in our work worlds over the course of 2025. That's super productive. That's a huge deal. That's not wasted energy. That's great energy. I look back, and these days that I've had, it's been a bit weird. I've had a lot of these kind of early stops not by my choice, where it's like, we've got to be somewhere at 2 today. I forgot. I didn't know. And then the next day, we got to be somewhere at 1:15 today. I forgot. I've got to do this. And then the next day, we got to be somewhere at 2:14. It's that. It's been that week. But when I look back on that, I still made like 3 or 4 or 5 or wait. I think I've made 5 or 6 unique pieces of video content this week, excluding the vlog stuff. Like, that's really productive. I've got to not kick myself in the ass for that. I need to be patting myself a little on the back, I think, for that, really and truly. Even though it doesn't feel like it. It feels like I should have done more. If I would have been able to not stop at 2:14, I could have made like double that. Like, whoa, it's that stuff. I've got to get out of my head, I think, a little bit, I guess is what I'm saying with that. That's the ugly side of this. The ugly side of doing this stuff and being in business for yourself as a solopreneur, an army of one, you feel like if you're not moving, you're not doing what you need to do. Really and truly. If you're not constantly massaging that work, if you're not constantly doing stuff with it, if I'm not constantly making content, if I'm not constantly in meetings, if I'm not constantly writing something, if I'm not constantly messaging and reaching out and going and connecting with people, you feel like you're failing. You feel like you're failing. You feel like I have for the past 7 days, that you're just not being as productive as you should be. To bring that back to a bit of a positive note, from the ugly that I think anybody doing this kind of stuff will share with you is there. It's not sunshine and rainbows. The story of just going to business for yourself and everything's going to be super duper cool and you're going to poop rainbows. No, like this is probably most of it. That's the business side of it that I think I would share from the past 7 days. On that health and fitness and trying to feel better kind of front, it's been really good, actually. Like, positive note, back to feeling like I've not been productive, but I've actually been really productive this week. I shared with you during the last episode that I generated an AI diet, and it's cool. It's right here. I mean, it's pretty bare bones, and that's what I was shooting for. I wanted something that I could repeat every single day, right? With every so many weeks, I'm going to go out, I'm going to hang out and socialize with my friends. I'll have a few beers and some chicken wings, sure, but this is it every single day. This is my shopping list. Sorry. But this will give you still a good idea of it. It's a bunch of chicken breasts, chicken thighs, lean ground beef, a bunch of eggs, whey protein powder, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, white rice, sweet potatoes, berries, and some green veggies. That's what I eat, really, throughout the course of the day. The cool thing about doing that in AI is that it spits out my shopping list for me, too. And the best thing that I can report is that I've been following it. Like, I cook every couple days. I shop once a week, cook every few days. I just kind of prep stuff up. I don't do all the container stuff or anything like that. And what I really wanted to do was get this ingrained, get on this and sticking to this pretty closely. I'll get to that in a minute. So when I hit the road, which is going to happen very, 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 very soon, I've traveled a little bit here and there, but nothing extreme yet so far this year. That's coming as we grow into this spring and the summer and all that's just packing out already. I wanted to have this already set up, this habit built, this ritual built into my life, so that when I travel, I still try to do this as best as I can. I can find chicken just about anywhere. I can find maybe not the leanest ground beef, but I can find ground beef or lean red meat just about anywhere. I can find rice and potatoes just about anywhere. So I'm going to try my best to stick to this. I'll weigh it all at the house. I'm not weighing it all when I'm in a hotel room. I'll eyeball it, yeah? But I wanted to do that. So we're about 5 or 6 days. I don't know. We're a few days into this. More than 3, less than 8, I think. Somewhere right around. I think today is actually day 5. And I've had a couple little snacks. So over those 5 days or so, I've had 1 homemade taco extra in addition to my meal plan. I had a little quarter of a Nutella sandwich. Ooh, shame. Naughty, naughty, naughty. And I've had a protein bar here or there just as like a late night snack where I've been up super late and I've thrown that in there. Did I feel super bad about those things? Actually, for the first time in a long time, no. I was like, I got a whole bunch of steps. My step average is up. I'm moving a lot. I'm consistently going to the gym more often than I'm not going to the gym. I'm in the gym pretty much 5 to 6 days a week since we've started this thing. My steps on average right now, so I don't lie to you, on average, I'm averaging 12,254 steps a day, average. That's the average. So some days are a little lower, some days are 16,000. And I noticed that on those 16,000 days are the ones where I'm like, I'm going to have a couple of those protein bars tonight. And those are days where I stayed up super late, catching up on work stuff, or just struggling with sleep as I tend to. So good reports on that front. I've been getting up doing my sunlight. First thing as soon as I get out of bed, I'm getting sunlight. That's a mixture of, it's still dark when I get up. This morning I was up at 4. I went and I got out, I came out here, but before I came out here, I went into my bathroom and I've got that little sunlight lamp. I stood in front of it. I got all that in my eyes. First thing, hydrated a bunch, came out here, got on the treadmill, walked on the treadmill for about an hour. Just slower pace, 2.8, 2.9, 3 miles an hour. Yeah, watching podcasts and stupid videos on YouTube. Did my inversion table for my back. Get on the acupuncture mat for a little bit, a few minutes after that. Every now and again, I throw in a little foam rolling. In the evenings, it's getting pretty late here. It's not late, but it's 7. It's the evening. I'm trying to wind down. So I've got on my extreme blue blocker glasses. I'm wearing those pretty consistently too. And that stuff's not perfect every single day. Some things are clearly more important than other things. The cardio, the back stuff, those are always taking priority for me. If I have to choose one, if I have no time for anything else, I'm coming out here, I'm getting on the treadmill, I'm getting as much time on the treadmill as I possibly can, and I'm getting on that inversion table for as long as I can because it just makes me feel good. But I have noticed, especially with the sunlight thing, and especially with wearing these quite a bit at night, and I haven't even been moderating my caffeine very much, my sleep scores are getting way better. I got the first excellent sleep score of at least my life of wearing this watch just the other night. And almost all of them, even with shorter sleep, even when I have to kind of like not getting sleep as soon as I want to, I'm still getting high sleep scores that I've never gotten before. The only thing that's changed with that has been a lot of what I told you in the beginning. A lot of that routine that I just shared with you. Full transparency. I do take some hard drugs before I go to bed. I take one melatonin gummy before I go to sleep. But that was there before. That was there before, and my sleep scores were always crap. So that's kind of cool. I'm still doing red light stuff. I've got the little red light therapy thing. I'm doing a little bit of heat, cold on my back. The gym has those hot, cold chairs you can sit in. The thing that I want to add to that I really like, but I seem to never have enough time to do, is the sauna. Lord God, I wish I had one here, but they're expensive. I do have one at the gym. I need to start carving out time for that. That's the one thing that I do want to add in. So steps are looking good. Diet's looking good. Over the next week or so, my goal is to sharpen that diet that much more. And I know it's a super restrictive diet. Many would call this a bit of a crash diet. And yeah, okay, but I'm sorry. I've been spinning my wheels for too long. Extreme times call for extreme measures. And I don't know, eating a bunch of thick chicken thighs and chicken breasts and ground beef doesn't feel like extreme measures to me. I've been on less calories before, that's for sure. But it's going good, and I'm feeling good. Today was the first day that I felt a little hungry, and I felt a little fatigued. But I think that the hunger, for sure, yeah, okay, it's the 5th day of a diet. My body's finally getting to that point where it's going, what are you doing to me? I think you're killing me. The fatigue is for obvious reasons. It's just been one of those weeks. It's like, I've literally caught myself running around out of breath going, and then it's bedtime. like not stop moving. That'd been good for the steps, maybe bad for the fatigue. So over the next 7 days, my goals, I want to keep those things up. I want to sharpen that diet that much more. I want to try to really avoid those snacks. I'm going to keep some protein bars on hand because I want that to be my go-to middle of the night protein bar, or Quest Reese's Cups or Quest chips. Those things that just give me a protein overload without a bunch of other crap in there. And I want to roll in the sauna. So I'm just continuing to try to embed those things. I think when we get to the end of 30 days, I've just got that feeling that if I can really get to 30 days of doing this stuff consistently, then yeah, we're going to be good. And it's going to make that travel that much easier. Thanks for being here. Another episode in the books. We have survived the 100-day vlog challenge together so far. And I will catch up with you when the next one comes out. No clue when that will be, but love you. Mean it. See you on the next one.